Hey guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Yes, y'all are coming along, y'all. I'm walking a little better, so let's keep these prayers up. Yeah, but anyway, y'all, let's talk about what happened in about the migrants. Okay, they said feds charged L. Jeffy, accused leader of human trafficking network behind the deadly crash. Federal authorities in Los Angeles have arrested. Let me just say this before we get there. These names is so hard, y'all. So I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm sorry. These names, even the way it's spelled, it's like, is that a word? Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna do the best I can, y'all. Okay. Okay. And Los Angeles had arrested and charged two alleged leaders of a criminal organization said to have smuggled a little more than 20,000 undocumented immigrants from Guatemala to the U.S. over 5 years, including seven who passed away in a car crash in 2023. Dominico, I'm gonna say the names best way I can. Dominico Metro, aka El Jeffy, and Turco and Cabell Chai was arrested last week and had pleaded not guilty to a slew of charges related to the smuggling migrants across the U.S. border. A federal judge ordered the men who are in the country illegally jailed without bond. Of course, you have to. Because you don't want them to take flight. You know damn well you let me go, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm gone. They ain't taking no, they ain't doing it. But 20,000, y'all? Wee! They put them suckers right back where they live at. They ain't playing no games. Okay, they said they with no bond. The men face up to life in prison and a possibility of the death penalty, according to the U.S. Attorney Jeffrey T. McNally said during the news conference today, announcing the charges. Attorney for Reno and Matral and Majaya Chai did not immediately respond to the request for comments. The offense allegedly in the indictment shows a criminal group that act with callous disregard for other nations' immigrations laws and no regard for the immigrants that they smuggled. McNally said the human smuggling case, McNally said, was part of a week-long series of events focusing on revalidating existing immigration enforcement activities. The U.S. Attorney Office in Los Angeles also announced Monday that in recent weeks, charges have been filed against 126 people. Excuse me, y'all. My back hurt, y'all. Hold on. Sorry, I had to get my thing. Accused 126 people. They said charges has been filed against 126 people accused of illegally racketeering in the country after being removed. Many of those charged has been convicted of felonies offenses before their removal from the USA. Offenses that include manslaughter and crime against children. Get them out. According to the federal authorities, the charges came amid President Trump delude of the order and policy changes intended to toughen immigration laws and faculty deportation. The U.S. Border Patrol provide around 50 agents for Operation Friday, linked to the human smuggling case. The arrest Friday prompted fear of an immigration and custom enforcement raid in Los Angeles. Yameen Pitts O'Keefe, an ICE spokeswoman, previously said there was an ongoing investigation on the human smuggling. According to the indictment last week, that Reno transnational criminal organization operated for at least a dozen years and specialized in transporting migrants from Guatemala. Federal authorities called it one of the largest human smuggling organizations in the country. They had a whole thing going on, y'all. Like they was making money. 20,000, and that's just all they caught was 20,000. Besides, other stuff that they were doing. Yes. Okay. Helmer Hernandez, who is suspected of being a lieutenant in the organization and a supervisor of the team drives, and Jesus Pactor, who is a suspect of being a driver, had also been charged, according to the indictment. While search warrants was being carried out on Friday, Hernandez allegedly called a law enforcement agent and threatened to. Wow. They say he called. See, that's how much connections they got. Like, bro, how you get his number? Like, how you get an agent's number? How in the hell did this man get an agent's phone number? That means, see, that is very serious. That is very serious. I'm sorry. That is very serious. For a whole smuggler of humans from Guatemala, you got the agent's phone number and told him you was gonna X him. What the Lord? Oh my God. They say, okay, let's do it. Hernandez allegedly called a law enforcement agent and threatened to X him, the agent and his family members, by cutting off their head. It's crazy. McNally said Hernandez, who remains a fugitive, had also been charged with threatening a federal task force agent officer. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Rewind. Did they say he was a fugitive? He's not caught? Oh, he's a fugitive? Hernandez, who remains a fugitive, has also been charged with threatening a federal task force officer. Those actions demonstrate just how far violent this organization is, McNally said. Hernandez is believed to be oh, yes. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. They say that Hernandez, they think that he's in Guatemala. He's a whole fugitive. Y'all, I'm thinking he left it. He ain't locked up. He ain't locked up. Believed to be in Guatemala. Federal authorities said Paxtor has been in custody in Oklahoma since November 21st, 2023, when he was suspected of involvement in a car crash that killed 7 people. He was transporting to Los Angeles, including 3 minors, according to the indictment. One of those killed was a 4-year-old baby, according to McMillan. The organization came on the radar in 2021. That was exactly when the pandemic, like, basically the pandemic. That was weird because, like, when the pandemic came, like, the streets was empty. So while the streets was empty, they was out there doing what they doing. They like, this is nice and quiet. Anybody got bother us or anything? Crazy. They said in 2021, when Border Patrol agents from the Endo Station travelers on intersection 10 noticed Guatemala undocumented immigrants began transported west from the point in New Mexico and Arizona, said Gregory Bovado, Chief Patrol Agent of Border Patrol, El Centro Sector. One of the most complex, far-reaching smuggling organization is now out of business. Wow. They ain't playing no games. They is not. Okay, let's finish, y'all. It said, one of the most okay, I got that. Reno worked with associates in Guatemala who solicited immigrants to come to the USA, charging between $15,000 and $18,000 from each one. The indictment alleged Lieutenant within the Reno's organization had smuggled led sorry organization that led smuggling cells with teams of drivers and operation of stash houses, according to the indictment. Mijada and Reno right-hand man allegedly operated a stash house on James and Wood Boulevard in the Westlake area, where people smuggled by the organization was bought and held. After the smuggling fee was paid, the migrants was transported elsewhere in the country. According to the indictment, if the fee was not paid, they would be held against their will. The indictment alleged each even after the fatal car collision in Elf City in 2023, where Paxtor is accused of causing it. The smuggling continued. According to the indictment in 2024, an undocumented immigrant referred to only by his initials, MMA, was alleged to have been held against her will. In the stash house for 3 months, when the smuggler's fee of $15,000 went unpaid. According to the indictment, after the third party reneged on paying MMA's smuggling fee, Reno and others in Guatemala called the woman's mother and threatened to harm the daughter, including by warning that she would come home in a box if the fee wasn't paid. On August 7th, an unindicated co-conspirator called MMA mother in Guatemala, blaming her for a law enforcement search of the Woods Boulevard house the month before. According to the indictment, in December, 3 unidentified people in Guatemala traveled to MMA's mother's home and demanded payment, threatened her with firearms. Yes, they said on August the 7th, an unindictment co-conspirator called MMA mother in Guatemala, blaming her for a law enforcement search of the Woods Boulevard house The month before, according to the indictment in December, 3 unidentified people in Guatemala traveled to MMA's mother's home and demanded payment and threatened her with a firearm. Yes, that's the ones that they crossed the border. They crossed the border, and a lot of people feel like once they get here, that's why they be like doing so much, like they pick up any type of work that they want to do because they have to pay them back no matter what. Like, and don't think you can run, you can't hide. They got tags on all of them. So this is just crazy. Look, 20,000. That's one thing I'll say. Trump is not playing with these migrants, y'all. He not playing. They said right here, I'm going to read this small little writing right here. It says, Hernandez, who is believed to be in Guatemala, is charged in connection with the major human smuggling ring, accused of transporting undocumented migrants from Guatemala to the USA. And I'm going to show you his picture. This is the guy they are looking for. But he's not here. He's in Guatemala, so let them take care of that there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, this was the story. I was just like, wow. I'm just so amazed. Like 20,000. 20 that they was doing their thing. They wasn't playing, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna go. Hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. All you gotta do is just hit it. If y'all hit the like button, because you know what? I know I don't have a big following, and when you hit the like button, it helps me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why people, like, for real, y'all. Like, I watch video all day too, so I subscribe to a lot of my colleagues or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, if something I like, I hit the like button. I do hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost nothing, y'all. It don't cost nothing. But if y'all want to donate, y'all could. I could buy me an iPhone, y'all. My Cash App is $PINKY 0035. Yes, y'all. That's my Cash App. And if I get enough, I will buy me an iPhone. I want an iPhone so bad, but I really hate iPhones, but I need like certain things to do that I can't do on my other phone. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I love y'all. I'm so glad y'all here. Like I said, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Because, I may be a little slow with the videos because, like I told you, I do be in a lot of pain. And listen, I had a whole back surgery, so y'all can just imagine. And I got to be... At night is just hell. But anyway, y'all, hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go.
Who's joining Texas state troopers on the border in an area that is a hotspot for cartel smuggling of people and drugs. Texas's DPS says that while migrant encounters are down in a state, smuggling activities continue to see a rise. Officials say cutting-edge technology is turning the tide, however. News Nation's Jorge Ventura joining us live now. Jorge, how are authorities in this area working right now to stop those smuggling attempts?
Well, Marty, as you mentioned, the migrant counters are down, but the smuggling activity has really seen an uptick, especially here in the Rio Grande Valley where we are now. Now, we got the chance to be embedded with Texas state troopers. This is in Roma, Texas, so this is an area that's a hotbed for criminal activity. And right across from us, we can actually see cartel scouts on the Mexican side patrolling the border on foot and vehicles, also using drones, monitoring the movements of Border Patrol agents and Texas state troopers. They're looking for waypoints migrants, and they were using small rafts to get across the Rio Grande. Here we see Texas State Trooper Guadalupe Caceres deploying his drone right into the air to begin monitoring any potential smuggling activity along the banks of the Rio Grande. And while we were with him, shortly after deploying that drone, Caceres did spot a cartel scout in the bushes who just crossed the river and is now outside. You're looking at that scout now. You can see he's wearing like a camouflage shirt, trying to blend into the bushes. Now, the guide here was actually looking for U.S. authorities to make sure the migrants that he's about to smuggle are able to make it into the U.S. without being caught. These individuals are looking to completely evade law enforcement authorities. He has no idea, though, that the eye in the sky is watching his every move. Once he believes the coast is clear, the cartel guide goes right back to the banks of the Rio Grande. He then brings up two migrants up from those bushes, and they are going to make a run into that residential neighborhood right on the border in Roma, Texas. The migrants also believe they just made it into the U.S. undetected. You can see there they're making that run right into the residential neighborhood. They don't spot any law enforcement authorities, so they believe they got away. And now, as for the smuggler, he believes that his job is finished, right? Delivered the migrants, no arrest, but troopers were monitoring his every movement, and the drones actually were able to communicate that information right back to Border Patrol agents on the ground patrolling nearby, and that's when we saw the pursuit was wrong. Did notice a Border Patrol did their way, try to make a run away from it into the bushes. You can see there the Border Patrol truck pulling up, and as we were there, Border Patrol agents did rush to the scene. They did arrest a female migrant. Now, several other agents did jump into the bushes attempting on the cartel guide and a male migrant who are making a run for it. We did notice the guide and one of the migrants can be seen jumping into that raft as you're seeing now. They were actually paddling right back to the Mexican side. They were actually waiting for them as another cartel scout. Now, that was a close call for that migrant and that cartel scout who did escape arrest just closely. But for the female migrant, she wasn't so lucky. She was quickly arrested agents with the help of Texas DPS drones. Authorities were successful in stopping these individuals from arriving at a potential stash house or a vehicle waiting for them on the American side. Here is Texas State Trooper Casaveras.
Any law enforcement in the area for a couple minutes, and then he literally goes back once it's clear and starts bringing his people that he's trying to cross.